Most people use Claude as a basic search engine today. You type a quick prompt, and get an okay answer.
Right, and then you just end up doing all the real work yourself anyway.
Exactly. But out there, founders and creators are secretly building entirely automated empires.
Wow.
Welcome to the deep dive.
Today, we are exploring 7 practical strategies. We want to transform your entire workflow entirely.
We are turning Claude from a simple chat tool into a deep thinking partner.
It is a massive shift in how we approach this technology.
It really is.
Sure.
But I have a very vulnerable admission to make right up front.
Oh, yeah.
I still wrestle with prompt drift myself.
Really?
Yeah. I get lazy with prompts and receive incredibly generic AI responses.
Well, that is incredibly common across the board.
Yeah.
We naturally default to treating the AI like a digital vending machine.
Just pressing a button.
Exactly. You put a simple request in and expect a finished product. It rarely works out perfectly when you treat it that way.
To stop getting generic answers, we must change our approach completely. We have to fundamentally change how we start the conversation.
We start right at the absolute core foundation of the technology.
Right.
We are shifting from asking for fast content to engineering rich context. Think about how a large language model processes raw information.
It desperately needs deep grounding to avoid generating absolute fluff. Large language models just predict the next most likely word, probabilistically. Without specific context, they default to the most average, boring answer possible.
Precisely. They regress to the mean of their massive internet training data.
So we do not just ask for a polished article immediately. We give the AI a very specific role to play up front.
You state a clear goal and share your initial raw materials. Then you ask for critical feedback on those specific initial thoughts.
Imagine you are reviewing notes on honesty and humility in leadership. You tell Claude to act as a rigorous business school professor.
Yeah, you explicitly ask it to find weak arguments in your raw notes.
You agree on a deep insight together before it starts writing. That completely changes the structural quality of the final output.
It forces the AI to access specific professional knowledge bases internally. It stops giving you generic corporate summaries from the internet.
It is a deeply collaborative and iterative analytical process. You are actively brainstorming with a highly educated digital colleague.
But role-playing is only one single part of the overall equation. We also need to provide incredibly rich context to the system.
Vague instructions will always create very weak, uninspired analytical answers.
Giving rich context acts as a very clear, detailed treasure map. You can upload real files directly into the active chat interface.
Like CSV reports, meeting transcripts, or personal workflow notes.
Exactly. The model uses these documents to anchor its probabilistic word choices.
It is like stacking Lego blocks of data. The better the blocks you provide, the sturdier the final structure.
That is a great way to picture it. Let's look at a concrete modern marketing example.
You have a CSV ad report with basic cost per conversion data. It includes exact delivery statuses for your current active media campaigns.
You explicitly tell Claude to act as a senior marketing data analyst. You add your monthly budget goals to the initial chat prompt.
Then you ask for specific strategies to optimize the entire campaign.
And Claude analyzes the actual numbers and gives highly professional, grounded solutions.
By feeding it your actual operational reality, it understands the stakes perfectly. It mathematically anchors its suggestions to your existing business constraints.
The AI is no longer guessing what your business actually does. It is looking directly at your financial performance metrics in real time.
Does adding too many different types of raw documents confuse the AI's focus? Like mixing meeting transcripts with CSVs?
It definitely can if you lack a clear central instructional command. Mixing meeting transcripts with spreadsheets forces the AI to divide its attention.
So, clear instructions act as boundaries, keeping the AI locked onto your specific goal.
Perfectly said. You have to clearly define how everything relates.
But even with great data, AI has a strong tendency to hallucinate.
It really does.
So how do we keep it mathematically honest on a daily basis?
We have to tweak our day-to-day interactions to guarantee precision. We use 3 specific daily tricks.
The first one is simple. You explicitly command Claude to independently verify facts.
You should never blindly trust the very first draft it produces.
Imagine you are building a complex space exploration infographic for a class. You ask it to confirm the Apollo 11 moon landing specifically.
You tell it to list the confirmed facts and any suggested corrections.
Wait, isn't asking an AI to verify its own facts a bit circular? can it actually catch its own hallucinations?
It sounds totally counterintuitive, but it actually works quite well.
Really?
Yeah. Prompting a dedicated review pass forces a deeper analytical evaluation completely. It shifts the AI from a creative generating state to a reviewing one.
Ah, I see.
It activates a totally different cognitive pathway within the neural network.
Right, and that secondary pass catches logical inconsistencies from the first draft.
The model evaluates its own previous output against its core training data.
That makes a lot of sense when you break it down mechanically. Another brilliant workflow hack is the interview me first command.
You just add this specific phrase to the end of your instructions. It completely flips the traditional conversational script we are used to.
Normally, you interrogate the machine to get the answers you need. Here, the machine interrogates you to build a better operational map.
Imagine you are trying to launch a brand new financial blog. You ask Claude to interview you with 3 short, clarifying questions.
You use those answers to shape the design style and reader clarity. It forces you to clarify your own messy thoughts before writing begins.
This forces the language model to access its latent space of variables. It identifies exactly what context is missing to complete the task properly.
It realizes it needs to know your target audience's exact reading level.
Precisely. And the final result hits your exact target audience perfectly.
You avoid writing a highly technical piece for absolute beginners accidentally.
And you can even learn new skills while doing this automated work. You just use a second browser tab during your normal tasks.
You might be pushing daily news briefs into a custom Notion database. You open a new tab to ask about standard Markdown text formatting.
You keep the main automated project running while you learn new concepts.
You are building your own capabilities while the AI handles the heavy lifting. Why is the interview me first technique better than just brain dumping all your preferences?
Because we often suffer from the classic curse of knowledge ourselves, we forget to include crucial details that seem completely obvious to us.
Right, letting the AI ask questions uncovers blind spots you didn't even know existed.
Exactly. Those daily tricks are fantastic for single, isolated chat sessions.
But repeating this process every single day is absolutely exhausting mentally. We need the system to remember these complex rules long-term, effortlessly.
We want it to take over multi-step agency automatically for us. This requires moving from temporary chats to permanent structural memory systems.
Standard chat windows focus only on your most immediate recent instructions entirely.
Imagine starting a brand new job every single morning from scratch. That is what regular chatting feels like to the artificial intelligence.
It has total amnesia every time you open a new window.
Every language model has a strict token limit for its contextual memory.
When you exceed that limit, it starts forgetting the oldest information entirely. It pushes older information out to make room for newer text.
Exactly. Setting up dedicated projects solves that structural amnesia permanently. Projects secure your background documents permanently to maintain deep, ongoing context.
They reserve a dedicated chunk of memory for your specific operational rules. You build a highly reliable knowledge base for complex daily tasks.
You can set up dedicated workspaces for different professional responsibilities easily.
For example, a job search project stores your complete resume history continuously.
A content creation project holds your specific brand messaging guidelines securely.
A business research project keeps your complex market reports perfectly organized. You never have to explain who you actually are ever again.
The AI already knows your exact tone, style, and professional background. But we can take this operational scale even further with Claude Cowork.
This feature manages complex, multi-stage tasks automatically without constant human guidance.
Regular chats handle single, direct questions very well for most people. Cowork manages heavy workloads requiring multiple distinct stages of analytical action.
Think about exporting massive raw data files from a platform like Supabase.
You need to evaluate user drop-off rates from that raw data. Usually this takes hours of tedious manual spreadsheet analysis by humans.
You have to hunt for invisible patterns across thousands of rows. But here, you upload the files, and Claude scans everything very quickly.
It connects different data points to discover exactly why customers leave. Hidden trends become very clear through this careful, automated review process.
Then, it automatically generates a complete presentation slide deck for a meeting. Beat. Whoa. Beat. Imagine scaling to 1 billion queries, and it just effortlessly builds the final presentation.
2-sec silence. It completely transforms how modern businesses manage heavy data tasks daily.
Your daily operations run much faster with such capable automated support.
The AI identifies the problem, analyzes the root cause, and prepares the final report. It handles the entire life cycle of the data analysis process independently.
How do you prevent Claude from going completely off the rails when it's running a multi-step task without you holding its hand?
You have to establish incredibly rigid parameters in the initial setup phase. You give it examples of successful outputs and strict formatting rules.
Got it. You define strict guardrails up front, then let the AI safely drive itself.
You essentially build an unbreakable digital fence around its operational workflow.
We're going to take a very quick break right here.
Mid-roll sponsor, read placeholder.
All right, and we are back. We have mastered Claude inside its own isolated text chat window.
But the biggest evolutionary leap happens when it controls other software tools directly.
This breaks the AI out of its restrictive conversational text box. We achieve this massive leap by using external connectors and Claude code.
Connectors expand your digital skills by linking directly to outside software platforms.
They allow the artificial intelligence to execute actions in your external accounts.
Right.
It moves from just thinking about problems to actually taking concrete actions.
Exactly.
Let me stop and define some AI jargon really quickly here. What are API calls? Programs talking to each other directly to share data and take action.
Spot on. Let's look at a Higgs field example using these direct platform connections.
A small working group can run large media campaigns on a standard budget.
They use API connectors to trigger external rendering engines seamlessly. They generate beautiful ad creatives and design product images automatically.
They build entire product launch videos purely through simple text commands.
You type a single descriptive sentence and a fully rendered video appears. It is absolutely incredible to watch this happen in real time.
You are no longer just generating boring words on a flat screen. You are generating actual, highly valuable visual business assets from scratch.
A single person acts as an entire corporate creative agency alone.
The operational leverage there is absolutely staggering to think about deeply.
You easily produce professional media files without needing advanced technical skills. You just need a strong imagination and clear descriptive language skills.
Then there is Claude Code, which is just as revolutionary for businesses.
It allows non-technical staff to build custom software platforms entirely from scratch.
You simply described your desired workflows using plain natural language casually.
The AI translates your conversational English into functional application code immediately.
You are basically managing a senior software developer using plain English instructions. The traditional barrier to building useful internal business tools drops to zero.
Claude handles all the complex programming stages completely behind the scenes invisibly. It continuously tests the code and fixes basic errors autonomously during development.
It writes the code, tests the code, and deploys the code. What are the hidden risks of letting Claude talk to third-party software constantly?
The biggest hidden risk is a massive spike in your daily operational costs. Every single automated action triggers another billable API request in the background.
Yeah, frequent background connections drain your usage limits fast, so budget management is crucial.
If the AI gets caught in an endless loop, it drains your wallet rapidly. To control these multi-tool workflows safely, you need strict structure.
You cannot just type whatever random thought comes to your mind.
You need a highly reliable and consistent conversational master key.
That master key is known as the powerful prime framework. It is essentially the ultimate pre-flight checklist for your AI. You don't take off without checking every letter.
Following this clear formula guarantees highly accurate responses every single time. It strips away the frustrating ambiguity that usually causes prompt failures.
PRIME is an acronym for 5 specific prompt engineering elements.
It forces humans to think systematically before they ever press enter.
Let's break down PRIME right now for complete clarity. P stands for purpose, which is the absolute primary goal of your task.
You tell Claude exactly what final structural outcome you expect to see. R stands for research, which represents your highly specific background data.
You share relevant contextual information to support the specific business request.
This grounds the AI entirely in your current operational reality.
I is for interview, requesting those crucial clarifying questions beforehand. We discussed how this exposes your own cognitive blind spots effectively.
M stands for mechanics, describing the highly specific format you require. Mechanics dictate the exact physical shape of the final output generated.
If you want a data table, you demand a table explicitly. If you want concise bullet points, you specify that clearly upfront.
You leave absolutely nothing to unpredictable algorithmic interpretation by the model. And finally, E stands for examples.
Providing past successful documents as direct models for it to follow.
Supplying real, proven samples guarantees Claude matches your preferred style accurately. This is often called few-shot prompting in the broader AI industry.
Imagine building a retail newsletter marketing presentation using the strict Prime framework. The purpose is internal company training for the media project team.
The research includes uploading actual ad cost data from the management system.
The interview sets a precise limit of 3 questions about the reader profile.
The mechanics demand a standard markdown structure separated by distinct presentation pages. Finally, the examples enforce a friendly expert tone and remove dramatic words completely.
You show it exactly what a good slide actually looks like. It is a brilliantly structured approach to managing complex machine behavior.
This advanced framework controls every single part of the document creation process strictly.
Which of the 5 prime letters do people usually skip, causing the prompt to fail?
People almost always skip the example step during their busy daily rush. They assume the AI inherently understands their specific taste, tone, and brand voice.
Makes sense. Skipping examples leads the AI guessing about your actual preferred writing style.
Without examples, the AI defaults to a very bland, generic corporate voice. It sounds like a robot wrote it because a robot actually did write it.
Indeed. If we step back and look at the whole picture today, the true underlying power of AI isn't in typing quick, lazy text requests.
It isn't about getting a fast draft of a simple apology email.
It is about engineering a truly intelligent, seamlessly automated daily workflow by acting as a thinking partner and using rich CSV context.
You apply the rigid Prime framework and securely connect to external tools. Claude becomes a complete operational system rather than just a basic chatbot.
It shifts fundamentally from a simple text tool to a deep collaborative partner. Beat. That changes our entire historical relationship with computing technology entirely.
It really is a completely new era of working.
We want you to try just one specific thing later today. Next time you use AI, type "interview me first" at the very end of your prompt.
See how it completely changes the dynamic of the conversation immediately. It will definitely surprise you when the machine starts asking you questions.
It really will change your perspective entirely. I want to leave you with something profound to ponder today.
Go for it.
If an AI can now take raw CSV data and analyze the drop-off trends. Wait, let me rephrase that. If an AI can now take raw data, analyze the trends, and automatically build a ready-to-present slide deck without code,
Yeah.
what does the future of the traditional junior knowledge worker look like when anyone can direct an entire automated department?
That is the ultimate million-dollar question for our generation.
It absolutely is the biggest question we face. Thank you for taking this deep dive with us today. Keep asking questions and keep exploring the automated possibilities out there.